Okay, this will be an interesting one. Let's see what we can do with these. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Justice, make your own necklace. I got this secondhand for $1. Yeah, secondhand, folks. Got these, they haven't been opened. I think they're actually metal. I'm not sure. I think they're metal. I think we could call them beads, loosely speaking. We can call them beads in a loose sort of a manner. So we're just going to put it in the corner up there. Yeah, that looks interesting. Looks a bit wishy-washy. I do think a background colour could potentially make that look better, but maybe not. Wondering if we could make it into a movement piece to make it better. Make it a more interesting piece. Hopefully that worked. Yeah, that looks interesting. Looks like it has some kind of potential. Maybe we could enlarge it a bit, enlarge it, and then maybe turn it into a mirror image. But I'm really missing a loved one and I'm trying to get in touch. It's really proven to be very difficult. I'm trying to get my stuff to go on the primetime TV news. It's going to be like chosen free-to-air channels to focus on. It's really difficult trying to get the highly established, yeah, that sounds like metal, but basically it's hard to get the highly established TV channels to play stuff that's different and doesn't have the same deathly mantra of death, disease, disaster, destruction and damage and all the rest of it, like murder and suicide and stabbings and house fires and shark attacks and all that horrid cliche, that really bad taste cliche shit that you just get so used to hearing the news channels just churning and churning and churning, and it really does get boring and I don't see any merit in it. The only good thing is when they give you an important update like COVID-19, you have to wear masks on buses, on public transport, should I say, and shopping centres, or should I say indoors. It's become mandatory once again. Yes, you have to know that, because you could spread the disease, or at the very least get yourself into deep shit. And you don't want either of those scenarios eventuating, so you wear the mask. You just wear the mask, no questions asked. No, I hate wearing those fuckers. I fucking hate them, God. What has God got to do with it? I thought if God really loved mankind, why is he allowing mankind to go through this suffering, especially in places like India, where COVID is ripping the world apart, ripping the country apart? Why is God allowing there to be so much waste? Why is the oxygen always running out in India? Why are people running out of places to put the bodies and having to keep cremating through the night? And seeing those dreadful funeral pyres, fuck me dead. Is there really a God, folks? That's a good question to ask in the middle of this shit. In the middle of this shit storm, in places especially like India, where COVID-19 is really taking its toll, literally, the death toll. Really, I don't know why. I don't know. It's really sad the way the world has become so caught up in this, especially places like India. Feel sorry for them, folks. So we've got to have some kind of hope, folks. But does God really exist, folks? That's a good question to ask, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who would resound the same question. What has God got to do with this, and is there a God? I mean, in all this, and why does God let this suffering happen if he really does fucking exist? So yeah, sorry to get a bit caught up in the religious side of things. It just came out. I don't know why. It just did. Just blurted it out. Yeah. Anyway, enough of that. That's come up looking interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.